Hello, welcome to the Time Management Matrix. As we dive deeper into the realm of effective time management, we come across a concept that builds upon the foundation of task categorization, the Time Management Matrix. It's a tool that allows us not only to categorize tasks, but also manage our time more effectively by consciously deciding where and how we invest it. The Time Management Matrix is essentially an expansion of the Eisenhower matrix, further dividing our time and activities into 4 quadrants based on 2 dimensions, urgency and importance. So quadrant 1, important and urgent. This quadrant, also known as the quadrant of necessity, it sort of contains tasks that are both important and urgent. So these tasks are usually non-negotiable and require immediate attention. Examples include, we said before, crisis management, deadline-driven projects, urgent problems. But spending too much time in this quadrant leads to constant firefighting and stress, while neglecting it may result in significant consequences. Quadrant 2, important but not urgent. This quadrant, known as the quadrant of quality and personal development, contains tasks that are important. They're important for our long-term goals and our success, but they don't demand our immediate attention. This quadrant includes activities such as planning and relationship building, learning and development, and recreation, which are all massively important. Investing ample time in this quadrant leads to a very proactive approach to life. It reduces stress, it increases productivity and personal fulfillment. However, neglecting this quadrant leads to missed opportunities and potential crises in the future, which we don't want to do. Quadrant 3, not important but urgent. This quadrant is really known as the quadrant of deception. It includes tasks that appear urgent but aren't truly important. And these tasks often involve other people's priorities, such as someone else's meetings, interruptions, or some emails. But excessive time spent in this quadrant leads to a very reactive lifestyle, constant interruptions, and feeling a bit of being busy without any real significant productivity. And the 4th quadrant, not important, not urgent. This quadrant is known as the waste, and it contains activities that are neither important nor urgent. And these include time-wasting activities, excessive relaxation or entertainment, or just aimlessly wandering around. If you're spending a lot of time in this quadrant, well, it leads to irresponsibility, lack of control, and a lack of purpose and direction. So when we're looking at effective time management with this matrix, as I said, it's very similar to the Eisenhower, but it effectively manages our time. We must aim to spend most of our time in quadrant 2, the quadrant of quality and personal leadership. So by focusing on important but not urgent tasks, we prevent them from becoming urgent, thereby reducing crises and stress. And this approach fosters a much more proactive lifestyle where we can control our activities rather than just reacting to situations. However, the shift to quadrant 2 requires discipline, planning, and the ability to say no to some of quadrant 3 and definitely quadrant 4 activities. So here are some of the strategies that you need to make this shift. You need to identify quadrant 2 activities. So determine the tasks that contribute to your long-term goals, your personal growth and your well-being, and these tasks form your quadrant 2 activities. Then plan your time. So dedicate specific time slots for quadrant 2. The quadrant 2 activities, put them in your schedule. And this commitment ensures you allocate the necessary time for these tasks. The 3rd one, which is very difficult for all of us, we have to start practicing doing this. Okay? We need to learn to say no. Say no to non-important tasks. It frees up time for quadrant 2 activities. And this skill requires practice and tact, but it's crucial for effective time management. The 4th one, people struggle with this sometimes. I prefer to do it myself. It's delegate. Whenever possible, delegate quadrant 3 tasks. This process not only frees up your time, but also empowers others by providing them with responsibilities and learning opportunities. And absolutely 110% limit quadrant 4. While everyone needs downtime, excessive time spent on non-important, non-urgent activities, waste of time. Be mindful of your relaxation, be mindful of your leisure activities, ensure that you don't overshadow your productive time. In conclusion, the time management matrix is a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool that helps us consciously decide where to invest our time. But by focusing on quadrant 2 activities, we can lead a balanced, productive and fulfilling life. As with any skill, effective time management requires practice and patience. But, as we know, the rewards are well worth the effort.